This is the Isle of Wight, an extremely small island located smack bang in the middle of the English Channel. It's situated just off the southeast coast of the United Kingdom, and it truly is paradise on earth. Today we are going to be taking my 2005 Mercedes-Benz SLK, aka Money Pit, out for a drive around this great island, and we are going to show this island just how paradise scenic driving is really done. This island is an absolute gold mine for great driving roads and even better cars. A 1930s Austin 7 does spring to mind, stay tuned. You are watching the Chrissy Boy 182 YouTube channel. I'm your host Christian, and this is Money Pit meets the Isle of Wight. Our Isle of Wight takeover cruise begins here in the village of Arreton, very near to the centre of the island. Rather than heading to our destination the quickest but most boring way, I've decided to spice it up a little and take the most challenging and dangerous route to get there, but I have to say the risk was well worth the reward. And finally we end the cruise in Freshwater after covering just under 27 miles. This is the point where I have to turn around, drive back just in time for Sunday lunch because my parents will kill me if I'm late back. They really like this pub. Now I, in my very short experience driving, have had the great privilege of being able to drive down many scenic country roads and really push my Mercedes-Benz SLK to its limits. However, the road you just watched me drive down has to be one of my top 3 favourite roads on the entire island, and now there's many reasons for that. Some of those do include the fact it's straight. A straight long road is perfect for a sports car. It's got a few fast corners at the end, which is great to test the handling and the capabilities of the car that you're driving. It's high up, so you've got great scenery. It has a good surface. The road is well kept, as are a lot of the island roads. It has good visibility, you can see for ages, so you can really push it without worrying that someone's going to be flying out of some turning or whatnot. And this all adds up to be the best recipe any car fan could ever ask for. A screaming engine pushing high in the revs, each piston working in perfect time to produce peak power, being propelled down the road in the best invention humans have ever produced. An adrenaline rush not even drugs could replicate. Oh my god, look at that. There we go, nice. This road is so awfully tight down here and bumpy, not sports car built. I doubt the Germans thought that I was going to be putting it down one of these when they built it. Well, not me in particular, they definitely weren't thinking about me because I wasn't alive, but you know, you get the point. Size of that tree. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, buddy. It's right that we can use to pass. Welcome to Britain. Well, that's all you do for 3 hours. Go forward 10 steps, go back 30. And people wonder why it takes 3 hours to go 20 miles. 3 hours to go like 20 miles, you know what I mean? Because you can't go anywhere. But that's all part of the fun, isn't it? So if, yeah, any Americans, if you ever say to a British person, oh, 3 hours, that's not a long drive. It is. It's a very long drive. A very fast drive by the looks of that geezer. Don't know what he was wanting. He had to be somewhere quick. He's probably been going back 50 steps for the last 8 hours. Favourite thing to do is get a quick shot of the car in one of those circular mirror-y things for people's driveways. Always the best cinematics. Fun. Oh, it just sounds so good though. And then into corner. I love these Isle of Wight roads. They're so twisty. So fun. So much better than a straight road. These are the worst kind of lanes because there's nowhere to pass on either side, because obviously it's just walls of mud and trees and packed up debris, so these are quite the old sketchy roads, I have to say. But we like them at the end of the day still. They're not terrible, they're just a little bit weird. I'm a bit sketchy to drive on, that's about it really. You know, they're not bad to look at, they're very pretty, very nice to drive down, but yeah, it can be a bit dodgy. Is he coming up here? Is he going to wait? Yeah. This is such a tight road, as you can see. Oh, there's a horse. I've now ended up on a different lane. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. Little horse and carriage. She must have seen the camera for the YouTube video. She waved to you guys. there's an entrance there. That's crazy. You know it's bad when one of the road names coming up is called Shoot. That sounds like it's something that should be staying at a theme park, not to do with the road. Get it wrong, we're going to go down the chute straight out into the sea. So that would not be nice at all. But yeah. I did drive this yesterday, and that was good fun, so I wanted to do a test run to make sure I knew where I was going and what the conditions were like. So today we're just going to have a bit of fun, and I'm going to show you guys one of my most favourite roads in the entire world. It's called the Military Road. It gives me sort of vibes that you'd find in sort of Europe, you know, obviously we're in Europe, but Central Europe. The mainland of Europe, Australia, in terms of like the ocean roads. It's literally an ocean road, but there's some bits of it that are so nice, and it may not be around for much longer because the ground's actually falling away. So either we're going to go down and disappear today, or it's going to be great and you guys are going to get to experience it with me for pretty much the first time. It's the second time I've actually driven it, but it'll be the first time I've driven it with actual confidence of knowing where I'm going. So yeah. That's a really awful place to park. We're very nearly there, a couple of minutes away, so for you guys that's probably a couple of seconds. Nice classic BMW bike in front of us. Probably a 1940s or 50s, probably 1950s by the bike. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright. This is the Isle of Wight Military Road. It's a perfect, contradicting, harmonic equation that really shouldn't be possible. As you can see, you're running right on the limits, but so free at the same time. The road is dangerous but so beautiful, loud but peaceful, and a perfect harmony of fast rolling corners, great elevation, a beautiful long straight to finish it off. Now, allow past me to take you through this moment by moment, step by step, and commentate over this beautiful drive that means so much to so many people who are involved in the island. Very nice indeed. Away we go, onto the Military Road. A few miles of pure bliss. Proper ocean. This bit's more inland, about as inland as it goes, and about as low as it ever is. Gonna get to run this V6, and it just makes everything worth it. His jacket in front's puffed up like the Michelin Man, so as you can tell it's very windy today, but very nice. Military Road, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what I consider to be the proper bit. Look out to sea. This is it. This is it. Waves are strong. The wind speeds are high. It's an old road. a road from around the time of the Napoleonic Wars, give or take. Maybe a bit later than that, definitely Victorian. Obviously been resurfaced, but yeah, twisty bends, and it proper challenges this car by the way his backpack's moving in front of us. It's a very windy day, but luckily a lot of the wind is going over my head, like a lot of the jokes people make, so that's all good. And yeah, you can see it starting to erode if you look over towards that, and in some places that's about as far as it goes out to sea. The crops are blowing, all the tall grass. Some cyclists are out, that's good to see. The other good thing is there's cars coming the other way, which means it's definitely open and clear. Man saw roads like these and decided that motorways were a good idea. Now if you're a bit afraid of heights, I wouldn't suggest this road necessarily. It does have a few pieces where right now it seems quite mild, but it's going to get a little bit more sketchy, just a little bit over that way. But all in all, it's brilliant when you get to it. For those of you who like driving, confident at driving, and don't mind the heights, because yeah, there's a big drop on the other side. And when I say a big drop, I mean I don't think you could actually get out of it if you fell off. I think it's a one-way ticket to meet Paul Walker. Yeah, that's not ideal, but it does make for a pretty nice road if you don't mind the risk of yeah, that happening. That's what I was talking about, them only having a couple of years left, because the path on the side of the road is almost already gone. So it's turning into one of those roads you'd see in Top Gear back in the day.
Flashback. And underneath a waterfall, I learned why there were so many crosses up here. Oh my God. No. Oh my. Stop there! It's gone nuts. That is going. That is going.
End of flashback.
Nothing more interesting than a few miles of traffic, is there, when you can have stuff like this. Look at this. There you go, out to sea. And the road not far behind, the road even banks. You see where those cars are right up in the distance? We're going to be going up there any second now. Definitely more windy than it was yesterday. Just makes it more fun as you climb up into the cliffs. For any of you who have ever been to the south coast near Portsmouth or Chichester and you've seen these cliffs, yep, they're the same ones. And it gets very sketchy, as you can see, with the amount of erosion that's going on. Sound a bit like a geologist or someone from geography at the moment. I failed, but would have failed geography, so I am far from that. And there it is, the road. It continues all the way down to where those white houses are over there. Just going to slow down so I don't T-bone this motorbike off the edge of the cliff, because I don't think that would go down very well with anybody. Now, I've been to a few places in my life, the Swiss Alps, and stuff like that, the Austrian mountains, and I have to say this is definitely up there with some of the coolest places to be. You can see just how close where that fencing is the cliff, so you can see just how close. Here you go, danger, no entry beyond this point due to cliff instability. Path closed, and you'll see just why here. That's not safe to be near at all. You hear the engine of this car, just goes to show how steep this is and how hard this car is pushing to get us up this hill. All 228 horses are definitely working, although some have probably got away. I mean, this is just incredible, really, isn't it? Just incredible. Look at that for a view. Look at that for a shot. And literally, if I look out my window now, I can't even see. And now, if I wasn't so scared of that little spot there, I'd park up my car and take a photo, but I definitely do not want to park on this road. Never in a million years. Coming in towards Freshwater Bay, where we're going to spin round and give it one more shot. And by one more shot, I of course mean it's cinematic time. Thanks so much for watching, love you all, and spread the news, everybody. Chrissy Boy is back.
Pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.